To the Factor Uncensored. It's that time of year that most people dread, tax season, and it is slowly approaching. And according to one financial advisor, you don't want to wait until the last minute to get your documents together. Here are some things you can do now. So, Ed, any new rules out there from Congress or the IRS that we need to prepare for as we prepare to file those taxes for the end of the year?
For the average individual, most of the rules are the same, Isaiah. But what we have to do is you still have some time before the end of the year to look at doing it different things. First of all, you might look at maximizing your contribution if you have a 401k plan at work. Don't have a 401k plan at work, you can also consider possibly opening up an IRA, put money away for your retirement. Another thing that people need to look at is they trade stocks. They might look and see what gains and losses they have this year. If they do have gains they've taken, they might look at possibly, I like calling it harvesting losses, where maybe some stocks that they feel have gone down and that they don't think will come back up, that they consider taking those losses so that they offset the gains that you've already taken for 2002. I want to remind people that if you do sell a stock at a loss and decide that you want to rebuy it, you need to wait more than 30 days before you buy it. That loss you can't take on your taxes. And for people that itemize deduction, might look and see about how much you have for the year. So in this case, if you have enough to deduct medical, you might look at accelerating payment on your medical, or maybe there's some bills you have to pay those. Likewise, on property tax, if you itemize, you're allowed to property tax, sales tax up to $10,000. So
with both of them or just one?
Both of them together.
$10,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So unfortunately, there are people that pay more than that, so they're limited. So one, you might look at seeing you itemize, you go ahead and make sure you pay your property tax before the end of the year. If you made any major purchases during the year, like maybe you bought a car, or maybe you bought a lot of furniture, then that additional sales tax is also important. There are people that give to charity, have enough to itemize, then you might consider, if there were amounts that we're going to pay maybe January or February, consider giving this year so that you take that tax. For individuals that are taking the required minimum distribution, there is a provision where instead of getting your required retirement, contact trustee about it and have them instead make payments to charities. That way it lowers your adjusted percent, especially for people who don't have enough items. That's something to consider. Then of course, you're allowed to give up to $16,000 a year per person. So if you're a married couple, they can give $16,000 each or $30,000. So if there are people that are wanting to lower their estates, this is a great thing to consider giving possibly to family, friends before the end of the year. Of course, a gift that you give to somebody is not tax deductible. And if you haven't already, go ahead, sir.
Now, before I forget this, Ed, and earlier in 2022, a lot of people, made some fast money on cryptocurrency. And if many of those people cashed out, do you or should you have to follow up on paying taxes on that?
Right. The IRS says that any crypto transactions are a capital gain. Yes, you do have to pay tax on it. And if you held the cryptocurrency less than a year, that will end up being ordinary tax. Held the cryptocurrency, sold it year and a day or longer, that's considered long term.
And whomever or whichever entity you did business with, they will send you one of the forms for taxes, right?
Right. And IRS has pushed more on that because there were a lot of people that didn't report the gains and losses that they made. Of course, unfortunately, some people this year may have gotten out with the economy. A lot of cryptos have gone down. So
And that's why I said at the beginning of the year.
right.